Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Massive Phenomenon 6 Crack des Chevaliers. The defenses situated near the Syria-Lebanon border in what was once the Crusader County of Tripoli. The crack incorporated the latest engineering techniques in 13th century castle construction to keep up with the greater firepower of besieging armies in the form of counterweight trebuchets. These included more massive towers and thicker double walls with sloped outer bases to make them harder to breach. Machicolations, loopholes, arrow slits, and murder holes were protected openings that allowed defenders to rain missiles on the enemy without exposing themselves. The Crusaders smoothed out the rock summit on which the crack stood, denying attackers any handhold or foothold. The main getaway could only be reached via a hairpin bend, considerably slowing down the enemy. 5. Kumbhalgarh. The defenses located in Rajasthan state in northern India. Kumbhalgarh is surrounded by mountains 3,560 feet or 1,087 meters above sea level. The defensive walls total 20 miles or 32 kilometers, with widths varying from 15 to 24 feet or 4.5 to 7.6 meters. This was enough. It was said to allow 8 horses to run side by side. Access is through a series of sharply turning ramps that are difficult to negotiate. 7 imposing gates with colossal iron doors studded with spikes awaited attacking elephants. Even if the enemy made it through, they had to navigate narrow passages and 5-foot-high or 1.5-meter doors, not to mention the numerous confusing traps inside the fort. Was it conquered? Since being built in the 15th century, the present fort had been invincible through numerous attacks. Finally, in 1576, Emperor Akbar's treacherous general Shahbaz Khan resorted to poisoning the water supply. Finally, the defenders of mighty Kumbhalgarh had to surrender or die of thirst. 4. Hotch's turrets. The defenses, nestled on top of a 564-foot or 172-meter dolomite rock in the Austrian province of Carinthia, Hochhasterwitz Castle can only be reached via a winding path blocked by 14 fortified gates. Any attacker had to capture each gate in succession, all the while being ambushed by defenders from the sides. Aside from this main defensive feature, the castle has the customary square tower and walls. Was it conquered? The gates were constructed between 1571 and 1600 in the age of Turkish incursions into Austria. The Ottomans attempted to take the castle, but were never able to get past the fourth gate. Hochhasterwitz proved invincible and remains in the possession of the same family to this day. 3. Castillo de San Marcos. The defenses, built by the Spanish between 1672 and 1695 at St. Augustine, Florida. San Marcos is the oldest existing seacoast fort in the continental U.S. With the advent of gunpowder, fortress design had undergone a revolution to remedy the vulnerability of traditional square strongholds to cannon fire. The star-shaped bastion, like the one at San Marcos, minimized the surface area a cannon shot could hit perpendicularly with the force. Moreover, defenders had a greater arc of fire on the enemy, and those who reached the walls could be raked by fire from the sides and rear. But San Marcos had an added bonus. The walls were made of coquina, a local limestone found along the coast. Created from the shells of coquina clams, the stone contains millions of microscopic air pockets, making it compressible. Number 2. Marud Hanjira. The defenses, an oblong fort on an island in the Arabian Sea. There was no way to approach Jandira but by the sea. Any enemy would then have to contend with 40-foot or 12-meter high walls with 19 bastions defended by more than 500 strategically placed cannons. These include 3 of the largest cannons in India, with the heaviest, Kalal Bangadi, weighing 22 tons and could reportedly fire a projectile up to 7 miles or 12 kilometers. Was it conquered? The Maratha ruler Chhatrapati Shivaji attempted to take the fort 13 times between 1659 and 1678, but failed. His son, Zambaji, tried building a causeway from the shore to the fort. He was on the verge of capturing it until he was distracted by an attack on one of his own forts and was forced to retreat. Even the superior firepower of the Portuguese, Dutch, and British was no match for Hanjira. The fort was never conquered. 1. Switzerland. The defenses. Put simply, the entire country is a fortress protected on all sides by towering alpine mountains. Called the Swiss National Redoubt, it is a complex of bunkers, tunnels, shelters, warehouses, and other military installations hidden within the mountains. During the Cold War, roads, bridges, and railroads were rigged with explosives to ensure their complete destruction and making them useless to any invader. Mountainsides along roads were also booby-trapped to trigger artificial rock slides. The entire populace could hide in thousands of bomb shelters for long periods. In addition, all able-bodied males to this day have military training. In World War II, they were instructed, in event of a German invasion, never to surrender and, if necessary, flee to the mountains and fight individually. Was it conquered? This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.